What is going on, everyone? It's Charles Talks Tech coming at you with another build video. These are the parts. The 4070 Ti Super Box is actually a scam. I didn't get scammed, but I bought a 3070 Ti, I believe it is inside that box. We'll see once we get inside of it. But this is going to be an AM5 build with a AIO right there, so it's going to be pretty sweet. I'll pull up these parts and we'll get into it. If you guys like this, be sure to like the video, thumbs it up for me, subscribe to stay up to date with more builds, and let's go ahead and jump into all these parts. So starting off with the case, we got a little bit different case than we've been building in the last few cases. I've been doing the GameDius Talos E3s, I think, but this is a 7 Hero fish tank design build. So this will be actually my first time building in this case, so I want to kind of see how it plays out. For the motherboard, we're going to be starting it off with a Pro B650P Wi-Fi from MSI. This is a AM5 motherboard, so that's going to be pretty nice. I think I've been doing all AM4 build outs lately, so this is going to be pretty sweet. For the CPU, I'm not going to be able to get this to focus, I never can, but this is the Ryzen 7600, Ryzen 5 7600, so that's going to be pretty nice. That's going to be our CPU. For storage, we just have our standard 1TB. This is just the Gen 3 drive. Probably just got some kind of deal on this, so I'm just going to toss this in. I don't have any Gen 4s laying around right now, so just a standard 1TB NVMe SSD. Obviously, with it being AM5, we've got the 32 gigs of Vengeance DDR5 coming in from Corsair. Shout out to them. Not sponsored, but you know, I'm out here, Corsair, just trying to do the thing. I know that y'all saw that this was a tough gaming RTX 4070 Ti, but inside of here, I'll pull it out here in a bit. It's actually I believe it's a Gigabyte 3070 Ti. It's been a little bit since I bought it, but I'm just assuming the guy I bought it from probably upgraded to his 4070 Ti Super Lucky, right? And I will actually be building, instead of air coolers, we'll actually be building with this Frozen Not 240 Black ARGB AIO from Thermalright. So haven't done an AIO build on the channel yet, so that's going to be pretty nice to see an AIO build. Also, like I said, haven't done a AM5 build on the channel either, in a fish tank build. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. So this case is actually really cool because it's toolless, so that's pretty nice. Let's take a look at this case. Let me get it up on the box. I think this one's coming off. Yep. We're going to take that off as well. Let's get it up on the box. Show y'all what it looks like. Oh my god. I got a bag right there. That's why I said I definitely need a box. So this case is pretty nice. So let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Keep trying not to put what I got in the corner over there in video, because I don't want to be getting any type of trouble on YouTube. But yeah, standard fish tank build. So pretty nice case. Tempered glass in the front. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, let's see where my standoffs need to go. This is a big boy. Big boy. I'm not used to picking up a case or a motherboard without a... This is not going to work in this case. So that's embarrassing, but it happens from time to time. Luckily, I did have another black case. Unfortunately for you guys, it is the same Talos E3 case. the guy that I'm building this for had another motherboard that was planned out in his build, and that's when I helped him check his specs. It was a micro ATX case, but I guess it ended up being on back order or something, so he just ran out and bought this motherboard that he has now. And unfortunately, all I told him was as long as it's a B650, it would be fine. So he went and bought a B650, and it turns out that he bought a full ATX case, or a full ATX motherboard, and unforeseen issues, obviously. The case that he has is for micro ATX. So luckily, like I said, I had this spare black, because he wants an all black build, but I had this spare black Game DS case. It sucks for him that it's not the fish tank build that he wanted, but he doesn't want to wait for either another case to come in or another motherboard. He's just ready to start gaming. So I'm going to build him out in this Game DS case. Like I said, it sucks for you guys because the last few builds have been in the Game DS case, and I was kind of looking forward to building in a fish tank build, but it is what it is. Luckily, though, his board has ARGB on it, so we will be able to actually test and see all the ARGB stuff. I want to make sure that he has enough standoffs here to be able to work, especially because this is such a bigger board. Make sure all the offsets are in place. I think I need maybe the 3 on the outside. Let's see. Yes, I need to put the 3 standoffs on the outside, so let me open that up. So I think I have the radiator completely done. I actually ended up moving the M.2 as well. This is kind of the first fancy board I've ever kind of worked on, so there's actually a spot here for the M.2. So I moved that out of the way, put that underneath there. I think I have the AIO done, so I am gonna flip this over and start running cables up to start plugging stuff in, and we'll put a GPU in here, and I'll probably just kind of jump to, it's getting kind of late with this build, so I think I'll probably just jump to hopefully posting, or at least to the first turn on. Alright, moment of truth here. You'll have to ignore the unorganized stuff over here. This build kind of started really whooping my ass. I'm unsure about if that looks like that's synced up. I do have posts, so I'm gonna go ahead and get Windows installed on this. Go ahead and start getting ready to stress test some games. Time for the benchmarking. So here we are, Warzone. Graphical settings. I actually have set it as a custom setting. Basically, I just used NVIDIA's GeForce to make it best performance. So if you want to check it out, it's got DLSS with ultra performance on. Not worried about sharpness. Looks like everything's just basically low and off. Got the view distance at 120, obviously, FOV. I am on a 60 hertz panel, so no point of trying to do anything beyond that. But let's, I know this is a higher end system, so, but obviously I try to get the most FPS out of it. So let's see what we can do. I've got max, average, and standard FPS up. I also have GPU, CPU, temps, and usage. So the first column is temps here. Obviously you can see the Celsius. Second column is usage. I want to see how close to maxing out the CPU and GPU I am, and then also RAM usage is about 15 gigs at the moment, and I'm sure it'll shoot up once we're in the game. This 7600X is actually crazy. If we look at the task manager, this thing is like 5. I've seen it at base clock. is 4.7 gigs, but I see it jump up to about 5.1 gigs all the time. So that's actually pretty crazy. But let's get into this gameplay. All right, let's go ahead and check out the Warzone. So right now in the corner, I don't have my average, minimum, and highest yet because I'd like to get into a game first. I tested this earlier and I noticed it basically takes into account the 60 frames while I'm in the actual lobby. So it took a long time. It kept saying I was averaging like 90 FPS when I was consistently above 200. So I want to wait until I get into the game and then basically click that on and see if that helps with the averages. But I do have GPU, CPU usage, and their heat. Essentially, this is my first AIO build, so I thought it'd be quite a bit cooler, but hopefully that's not something I did incorrectly. But and then I also have RAM usage up at the top, so basically just running whatever. All right, time for some Fortnite. Got frame rate unlimited, DirectX 12. Scrolling down. This actually told me to put it on TSR Epic, so I'm gonna see what that's like, I guess. Basically got everything else off or low besides view distance is far, obviously. And yeah, let's see what kind of performance we can get on Fork Knife. I'm not sure how I feel about those CPU temps. I've seen it jump up to about 90 degrees Celsius right there, 96. Like, it's kind of insane for an AIO. I may need to check and make sure that that is seated properly. I wasn't getting those type of temperatures while playing Warzone though, so it's makes me wonder if it's just with Fortnite, which is kind of insane, to be honest. But anyways, let's see how the game plays. See, like, it drops down. It's when it goes up to like 100%, like the CPU usage, it gets extremely warm, which is kind of concerning. So, in the end, this build turned out to end up being pretty nice. I do think in the future, though, I will probably stay away from AIOs just because as much more of a hassle it was to install, I don't really feel like it cools any better than standard air coolers. So, but obviously the guy that I was building this for wanted an AIO, but I think that in the future I will probably stay away from AIOs. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this build. If you did, be sure to like the video for me, subscribe to stay up to date with some more builds. Unfortunately, sorry that we ended up having to build in the same GameDS case that we've been building in. You can see the radiator down there on top. Sorry that we did have to end up building in the same case. I was looking forward to building in a fish tank, but it is what it is. I'm sure if y'all subscribe, y'all will see that fish tank build eventually. Until the next one, this is Charles Talks Tech. Thanks, guys.